Hello, this is Priscilla Batzel. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida. That's a 12 by 12 inch canvas. That was me hitting a paint can with my stool. And these are my leftovers from a few days ago. And I will probably list the colors included in them underneath the video, but they're too pretty to get rid of without using them. And so I'm going to try. I'm going to use some Sherwin-Williams white latex paint, eggshell finish. And I'm going to continue my foray into practicing so that I feel confident when I get to the point that I want to do a 16 by 20 swipe, scoop, spin, and drag. Let me pull out my OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula. Best paint spreading tool I know of, bar none. I like to have a layer of paint that's not that heavy to the edge, so that the heavy puddle of paint, when it hits it, when you're spinning and the centrifuge spins it out toward the outside, it doesn't shed as much paint, probably just enough to go over. That's my theory, and so far it seems to be working most of the time. Now I could probably use a little more paint in the center, but I think I'm going to take my chances since these are leftovers, and I'm going to add other paint to it. Make no mistake, I'm not just putting the greens in. I've done the greens before and they like to have some company, so I'm going to use some Indian Spice Gold, which is a Prizm pour. I'm a I'm a Colourarte affiliate. And I don't think I can have too much of this. I was kind of thinking that I might like to grab some orange peel, but I'm not seeing it handy. Oh, I am seeing it handy. This is called orange peel, and it has some gold sparkle in it. Now, generally speaking, I would use the Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold, which looks kind of similar. So, we'll be able to experiment with that. Let's grab my green. I want some more paint around the outside edge, or the inside edge, should I say. Because I'm thinking I want to scoop and drag. And for that I'll be using, first I'll be swiping. Alright, so here goes nothing. This is a couple days old. Probably should have grabbed one of my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. Mostly because there's quite a bit of paint there. That looks perfectly useful to me, although a little thick. Since I'm swiping, it really doesn't matter, but I'd like to use up the majority of it before giving up, because I don't actually love putting it in my paint water. I just change my paint water every few days. So both of those things are going in the bucket right now, unfortunately. And I have a fairly decent sized card, which I've been getting pretty lucky with. And I think I'm going to add, I'm going for some of the Indigo Violet, which is actually Prizm pour. I keep telling everybody that it's a primary element, but it's a Prizm pour. Helps if you open the top. I'd like to get rid of that little thing there. And I think I'm going to let it be joined by some of my new favorite, or old favorite, or just a favorite, which is a primary element, and that's Rhapsody Rose. And then I'm going to use my swipe card, which I'm thinking would be best off if I use the small end. It looks like my tip is not opening, but it was yesterday. I'm going to have to use my tweezers on it. I'm so sorry, I should have checked that before I started. But it came open pretty easily, so that's a good thing, huh? That's quite a bit of color. That's really? That's Amsterdam White and Amsterdam Black and Aussie Floetrol. And I think I'm going to do something I used yesterday, which was some Teal, Pearlescent Teal Boomgel. There is a 10% off Pixel Paint Designs coupon code underneath the video. If you need it, just ask me. Where am I going to start? I think I want to start with that. And I might grab my OXO Omelette Turning Flip and Fold spatula again. And I've got some cell activator that I don't think is fully utilized here. So I'm going to put it in there. And there. And I'm a little dubious about the green, but it looks pretty interesting to me so far. So I'm just going to give it a go. You know what? I say that, but you know I want to swipe this through, and I am going to do that. And I'm going to use the Boomgel again, only this time it's going to be the Pearlescent Violet. This is one of my little acetate tools. Gosh, I better clean that tip out. And if I don't include the video tutorial for making them underneath the video, you can ask me and I'll be happy to include it. I'm going to start way over here. And I really love getting black and white cells, so if that's all I get in a couple places, that's okay with me too. And that can go in the bucket, I believe. Now it's time to do the scooping. I don't ever mind stealing paint from the outside edge anymore, because I know it'll get spun away. And if you dig down to canvas like I do, make sure you go back over the spot you dug down and spread some paint over it. I'm glad that gold is in the bottom of the green. And also, when you scoop up your cells, you'll feel a suction. The paint will be suctioned to the canvas, and so will your palette knife. If you pull up and feel it release, you'll be better off. This might be pretty cool. I'm kind of excited. And you can certainly move colors from one place to another. Like I'm going to take that, bring it right over here. I like different zones of color. Sort of like color blocking. Somewhat anyway. I think I picked up too much paint. I'm trying to get my head out of the way of the camera, but it's really hard. Those are beautiful. I see something I want. Right here. I'm making as many S curves as I can, because the straightaways and the straight lines, especially when they widen, they just become negative space, which can be okay, but I haven't figured out how to do it so that I'm really happy yet. That's a bubble. So I'm pretty close to saying that I'm ready. I don't know if I'm actually ready, but I'm pretty close to saying I'm ready. You got to slow down. Once you see the cells on your palette knife, if you don't slow down, you'll just break them wide open and they'll be just stripes, which is okay, you know. Sorry about my head again. I wish I could train myself to lean back. The colors in this are pretty magnificent. Honestly, I wouldn't expect the green to make me so happy, but it does. And it's almost coming point in time when I can use my skewer and put a couple spirals in somewhere. I think it's good enough. I really do, surprisingly. So let me grab a skewer and move a couple of bottles, because we're going to get ready to spin in a second. I really hope my head wasn't too terribly in the way. I'll put one right in there. One right in there. They look like little fiddlehead spirals. One down there. I'm looking for any place that looks like it's going to spread out really super wide. I think I have more paint on here than I need, which means it's going to splatter far and wide. When I see those straightaways, or similar, not really, but similar, I want to break them up with a spiral. We got some leaf shapes in there, that's good. Let me grab my barrier. We'll get ready to spin. Let's take one last look. I think I see something I want to fix. Yep, because that'll be gold. I'm liking everything else I see. I love it when I get patches of black and white cells mixed in with the colors. It's pretty awesome. Okay, let's make sure we can clear that. And make sure it's centered. And go! Now it's hitting the back. Let's pull it forward just a hair. This is going to be really pretty. Everything depends on a little bit of one color and a lot of the other color to balance things out. Oh, that's gorgeous. I am going to have to pop the bubbles that I see in the center of the spirals. Let's see if we're covered on all sides. That corner piece needs a little bit of something. No, I've got one more spin in me, or either that, or I'm going to use one of my little acetate tools, which I do fairly frequently. Let's see how deep the center is. The center is okay. I could stop now. And I've got all this paint around the edge. And I just scoop it up with my little acetate tool and let it fall down over the edge so it can maintains the integrity of the colors. Just let it fall down in a little curtain. And it will suction to the silicone mat if you're using one, which I recommend, by the way. Plenty of them on my Amazon link. My Amazon link is underneath Show More. It's on the link tree. Look for the Colourarte coupon code for 20% off. Definitely, where do I want that? I've got a color I don't need. Boy, I'm basically more covered than I thought I was a lot of other places. Let's make sure I'm all the way. No, I'm going to grab a little more green. Just be patient picking up the paint. If you're suctioned to the silicone mat, you'll become unstuck. Let's grab that bubble without the paint chip, please. I love the black cells in there. That's lush. quick. Pop in a few bubbles. I know it's house paint, but I've been fortunate that it hasn't been a problem for me. I'm going to try and shimmer this at you, but I have to turn a couple of lights out, especially that one that wasn't ever supposed to be on. Your lighting will affect the colors of things. I think this is beautiful. Ha! I'm so pleased with this. Wow. I'm not sure if there's a great side. This side's good. I like that side. I like that side. I've got 3 minutes to tell you guys. I do sell my artwork, and I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, and I have probably 30 lists of 100 videos. Oh, there's some beautiful shimmer. I'm really glad I put that bunch of Indian Spice Gold in there, and the other golds too. That's just gorgeous. I'm really glad I used up my green paint, and I will put in, it'll be labeled leftovers. And I'm really glad I put my spirals in, because I don't, you know, I've got some nice stripes. It's just a generally good composition altogether. Let's see if I can zoom in there for you. Look at that. Let's get right down in there if I can. That's as close as I can get, I'm sorry. And once I bend the camera mount, then it's hard to get it to go back where it was. So what am I forgetting? My link tree has my websites, pixels.com, Fire Note America, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links. I have a new website I'd love to get feedback on, and my old website is through Wix. That's going to go away in May. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. I love you guys much. You inspire me often. I post at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what am I forgetting? Everything. Thank you for the donations through PayPal. The icon's on the bottom right-hand corner of my YouTube channel banner. And you help me buy canvases and art supplies so I can keep bringing you tutorials. Membership is $9.99 a month, and it gives you access to the members-only library for about 90 videos. Should be going on 100 here pretty quick. Boy, I'm loving those colors. I'm so surprised. Well, I shouldn't be, because they were pretty greens to begin with. Anyway, what have I forgotten? My Amazon link, if you shop there, you'll find it's at no added cost to you, but it helps me out, and my 2 books are there because I can, and Unlimited Possibilities. Questions are welcome. My community board will show you tomorrow's video the night before, most times, if I'm on top of my game. If I'm not, it'll be there the next day. My email address is EASPB, and the word gallery spelled out, at gmail.com. My paint pouring recipes will be below Show More. And if you have questions, don't be shy. Ask away. I do answer questions. You guys, take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Whatever I've forgotten, you'll see in another video. Priscilla out. I'll see you anon.